You're a piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. This right here, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no manager?
Text messages and put my number out on her page that got 10 million followers. She did that. Putting everybody in our business.
Not Papoose already fumbling with Claressa, barely a week after she was online gushing about having his baby next year. Phew. Guess that old saying rings true, asterisk, how you get M is how you lose M. Asterisk, and it looks like Claressa's learning that one the hard way. Remember, she slid in while Pap was still tangled up with Remy, and now Karma's doing the cha-cha, because word is, another woman's creeping in to snatch him from her. The twist? Remy tried to warn her. She told Claressa point blank that Pap wasn't solid, that he was broke, couch hopping, and using her as a quick come-up. Claressa brushed it off like, bitter ex energy, but bitter or not. Remy might have been telling nothing but the truth. This whole mess really started months ago when Remy decided to air everything out. She dropped screenshots she claimed came straight from Pap's phone, snatched while he was knocked out at her place. According to her, he'd been FaceTiming Claressa before passing out mid-call. When Claressa realized Remy was right there, she allegedly hung up quick. That's when Remy lost it, accusing Claressa's PR team of trying to paint Pap like some prize while trashing her name in the process.
But real one, I know the procedure when somebody goes to prison. I know the procedure. So it was never about infidelity. When I came home, I went straight through that phone immediately. I know what was up. When I had to fight baby mothers at mother-in-law's houses on Thanksgiving, I knew that girl wasn't lying about what she was saying was going on while I was saying. I knew she wasn't lying. I just was mad. I knew she wasn't lying, though. If we keeping it a bean, I knew she wasn't lying. You refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever get you, they'll see.
How do y'all think y'all know what people, what do you tell somebody being broke to y'all? Because I see a lot of this in my upgrade, downgrade, so-and-so's broke, this one's broke. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all don't know what people have. Actually, my ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included.
It's my house because I paid for it. All 1.3 million, whatever it was, I paid in cash. With my name on it only. I take care of the kid. I take care of it. So I stay here. You go, you move over here. You're a piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. This right here, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out of his ex house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. Let me guess. He's telling you he want a son, right? He has a son. He just doesn't like his son's preference. So He acts like he doesn't have a son.
But Remy didn't stop there. She said Pap used to clown Claressa behind her back, calling her ugly and saying he'd never touch her, until the receipts proved otherwise. That's when everyone realized the rumors were true. Pap and Claressa were really a thing. The internet exploded. Claressa, of course, fired right back. She hit Remy with, "Girl, how you mad at me for having one man when you juggling two?" And just like that, the back and forth got spicy. They went at each other online for days, each one trying to one-up the other while fans watched like it was a soap opera. Pap tried to play it cool and stay quiet, at first. But on Christmas Day, he finally broke his silence. He posted a photo of Remy hugged up with battle rapper Easy to Block Captain, with a caption colder than December air. He said while he was home with his daughter, Remy was out, playing house, with another man, and claimed she refused to divorce him only because he wouldn't lie about some alleged fight. Then he took it further, bragging that he put hands on Easy, saying dude curled up in the fetal position and didn't swing once. According to Pap, the cheating wasn't even the main issue, it was betrayal. He said Easy shook his hand like family, then slid off with his wife.
Top of the world, the $1.5 million man, hottest rapper on the planet, y'all seen it. Her situation took place, like I said, I left my tour, came back, bailed her out. When I bailed her out, nothing but expense after expense after expense. I had to pay to pack her crib up, pay to put everything in storage, pay the storage bill every month, get a condo closer to the jail so I could visit her every day. Visiting her every day, driving back and forth to the visit to see her every day. Everybody in my ear, Pap, you gotta get to work. You can't visit her every day. My deal folded. I exhausted all my funds. I had to get back to work. That's why I only visited her every day for a year straight. But after that, I had the space to visit out to like 3 times a week. Never missed a Christmas, never missed a Mother's Day, never missed a single holiday. I was there. Took care of the kids, took care of my stepson, took care of you, fed you, did everything for a year straight without working. It came a time where if her son needed certain things, if she had something in her account or whatever, she had to take care of it. If she could, she did. But for the most part, I did. Every single thing. That wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. I tolerated your foolishness, your cheating, and your adultery for years and years and years. For the sake of my child. Everything would be fine, and you would still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, Rem. That's one of the main problems with you. But it wasn't good enough for you to move on and be an adult after you cheated. And I gave you numerous opportunities to stop the cheating. We went to a therapist. Why come on here and lie and say we haven't slept together since 2022? Why come on here and make it seem like that's true? We never had an agreement. Oh, you be with who you be with and I be with. We never had an agreement. All we had was you lying saying that you're not with him. Why would you deal with him? That's all we had. And when I found out the truth that you were with him, you said, let's go to therapy. And I agreed. Then we made an agreement with the therapist. You violated the agreement again. So when I caught him, I knocked him out. Wherever I would have saw him at, I would have knocked him out. I paid every bill in that household. I did nothing but buy you gifts. It's photos and everything of it. It's all on my page. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. They hiding from something. It's still there. Me buying her gifts. All that materialistic. If you notice, her entire thing was about materialism. Just fabricating. She just recently told me she don't got no money. So what you talking this money talk? You walk around with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of jewelry that I bought every single day. You talking this jewelry talk. First and foremost, I have a cash business. So there's numerous times where I cashed you out and you went and bought things. With my money. With my money. You want to talk about property? We bought this house together. We bought it together. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you come around me and you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. I wrote one of your biggest records, man. One of your biggest hits. So you want to downplay me as an artist when I wrote one of your biggest hits. That's so sad. Look at the comments. They know what I wrote. I wrote tons of her music. 90% of her music, I wrote it since I've been around her. I wrote probably like 3 songs on her first album. If I listen to it, I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. And when you listen to it, y'all know my pen. I never wanted a penny. I never wanted one dime. All of the music I wrote for her.
But Remy wasn't about to let that slide. She fired back hard, calling Pap broke, saying he's been mooching off women for years, and that his perfect black love image was pure PR. She even claimed he cheated while she was locked up, and fathered kids outside the marriage. By then, social media was in chaos. And with the way this drama's spinning out, one thing's for sure, this ride is far from over. And if you're wondering what really pushed Remy to hop online and start spilling every last secret, here's the twist. Just days before that explosive rant, Papoose had officially filed for divorce. And Remy? She wasn't about to let him walk off into the sunset without a scene. So she grabbed her phone, hit go live, and started unloading years' worth of tea she'd been sitting on. But Pap wasn't about to let her have the final word. The moment her live ended, he went live too, and fans said they'd never seen him that fired up. You could feel the tension through the screen. Pap didn't hold back. He said he'd sacrificed his own rap career to hold Remy down while she was behind bars, only for her to come home and start entertaining anyone who flashed a little attention.
Like a expiration date on your career, or is it 8 years and that's it? Or when will you try and go into, having a family, or would you have a kid and then go back to boxing?
That's what I want to do. I feel like I've put too much time on hold on having a kid and being married and stuff for boxing already. I'm gonna have a baby next year. We already have it planned out. I'm gonna have a baby next year, and then after I go through my stuff, then I'll come back and fight some more, and then probably have another one, and then do the same thing again. Like, I don't want to wait till I'm, 40, 43, whatever, after my career to have my kids.
Right.
I want to be able to run at the park with my kids and stuff like that. I don't want to be too old. So I think that keeping my body in shape, I don't drink, I don't smoke.
According to him, she'd been juggling multiple dudes while he was still trying to save their marriage. He even claimed they'd gone to therapy, because despite everything, he still wanted to make it work. Then came the real plot twist. When Remy kept calling him broke, Pap flipped the whole narrative. He said she was the one always struggling for money, constantly asking him to help her out. And to top it all off, he accused her of hypocrisy, reminding everyone how she used to bash Nicki Minaj for using ghostwriters, while claiming he was the one secretly penning some of Remy's own bars. The internet lost its mind after that one. Because if what Pap's saying is true, that ride or die image they built together might have been smoke and mirrors all along. Now, while Remy definitely came off like the bitter ex-wife stereotype during her rants, turns out she might have had a point about Pap not being as loyal as he claims. Word on the street is, he's already creeping with another woman, and the wild part. This alleged new fling is supposedly even younger than Claressa. No one's quite sure where the whispers started, but the second the rumors hit the internet, it spread like wildfire. Social media wasted zero time roasting Claressa, dragging her for ignoring all the red flags Remy practically gift-wrapped for her months ago. And the irony, just a few chilly, this whole Papoose, Remy Ma, and Claressa Shields triangle just refuses to die down, and it's only getting wilder by the day. Social media is living for the drama. One fan clowned Remy, saying, she's doing too much. Every time she drags Pap online, she loses credibility. Both of them messy, but Remy looks worse. But another voice wasn't having it, firing back, nah, Remy had every reason to snap. Pap's just mad she leveled up and now he's trying to mess with her bag. Real clown behavior. So here's the million-dollar question, did Pap already start stepping out on Claressa, right after she went public about wanting to start a family with him? And is Claressa really about to stand by him while all this smoke builds? Drop your takes in the comments, because this one's got the internet arguing in circles. And don't move, because the next update is even messier. Just when everyone thought this saga might finally cool off, boom, another scandal. Pap's now being linked to yet another woman, and Remy wasted no time throwing out an "I told you so," warning Claressa to stay woke about what's really going on behind closed doors. So today, we're breaking it all down, how Pap and Remy went from hip-hop's gold standard of black love to airing each other out for millions, how Claressa ended up caught in the middle, and why Remy is now warning her to run before history repeats itself. But before we rewind, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because trust me, this tea is boiling and you're gonna want every sip. Alright, let's take it back. For years, Remy Ma and Papoose were seen as the blueprint for loyalty. When Remy went to prison in 2008, Pap held it down, he showed up, spoke out, and built this public image of the ultimate stand-up husband. Fans ate it up, and the media crowned them hip-hop's ride-or-die couple. That fairy tale grew even bigger once they joined Love and Hip Hop New York. We saw anniversary specials, vow renewals, and endless talk about growing their family. On camera, they looked unshakable. But off camera, the cracks were starting to show. For years, there were quiet whispers about Pap possibly cheating, but Remy always shut them down, defending him publicly and doubling down on that solid love narrative. But eventually, things shifted. The tables turned when her name started getting tied to battle rapper Easy to Block Captain. Photos of them looking a little too comfortable hit the blogs, and suddenly, people started questioning Remy's loyalty. At first, she brushed it off as gossip. But fans noticed something: Pap's energy wasn't the same. The gushy anniversary post stopped, his tone online changed, and that "forever love" image started crumbling. Then came the explosion. Rumors spread that Pap and Easy actually threw hands over Remy. Pap himself claimed he beat Easy down, saying dude curled up and didn't swing back. Whether that was real or just talk, it showed just how deep the drama ran. But Pap wasn't the only one throwing shots. Remy clapped back hard, saying Pap had been cheating for years, even while she was behind bars, and that he'd fathered kids outside their marriage. By then, fans were completely split. Some said Remy betrayed the man who held her down, others said Pap had been playing the good guy role while doing dirt the whole time. Either way, that perfect couple image gone. What used to be a private marriage turned into a full-blown public meltdown, and the internet's been watching every move since.